The chat froze as Jamie screamed, "Who is that behind me?" Then the live stream cut to static. In March 2022, more than 20,000 people tuned in to what became one of the internet's most debated mysteries. On a gray Saturday evening, the abandoned Crofton Hill Asylum, the setting of urban legends and locals' whispered fears, stood silhouetted against the Minnesota snow. Dozens of windows were shattered, the exposed brickwork scrawled with desperate graffiti. In the fading light, the massive structure seemed both eerily timeless and on the verge of collapse. 2 hours before midnight, 3 figures huddled near a flickering lantern outside the crumbling entrance. Jamie Jax Lynn, the charismatic 27-year-old YouTube streamer famous for daring stunts, checked his phone for reception. His camera operator and childhood best friend Alyssa adjusted a stabilizer while tech assistant Marcus Dubois struggled with tangled cords. The trio had a plan: live-stream themselves spending a night in Crofton Hill, exploring every inch, debunking local ghost stories. Live, unedited reactions shot by shot. They'd titled the stream, "Real Haunted Asylum Challenge, no cuts, no script, 12 hours inside." The teaser had gone viral, promising no fake-outs, no jump scares, just raw, real-time investigation. By 9 p.m., over 20,000 viewers were waiting, the chat scrolling with ghost emojis and nervous jokes. Jamie, whose voice could calm chaos, introduced the team.
Here's Alyssa, haunted house skeptic, keeps us grounded. Marcus, genius tech, superstitious but loyal. And me, Jax, whose fear is missing a good story. Tonight, no hiding. If something happens, you'll see it.
As Alyssa panned the camera, the team stepped into the asylum's vast, freezing foyer. Echoes, footsteps, bounced off cracked marble tile and rows of wheelchairs. The camera caught dusty hallways, faded nurses' posters, a single red balloon bobbing in a draft. At first, it felt like urban exploring. Jamie joked about the FDA rating for hospital coffee. Alyssa poked fun at Marcus's EMF meter. Viewers spammed, "Where's the ghost?" But the asylum's history stalked their banter. Crofton Hill was shuttered in 1978 after allegations of patient abuse. Court records and newspaper clippings described mysterious fires, missing staff, and unexplained deaths. Local police files referenced disturbances in the area for years after closure. Alyssa, ever the skeptic, insisted these were urban legend inflation. Jamie countered with a quote,
"Absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence, which is terrifying."
As midnight neared, the group settled in the third-floor ward, a space notorious in local lore for alleged experiments carried out in the 1960s. Marcus recited details he'd found.
Patient records vanished in '67. Even the fire department called it unclassified risk.
Chat messages became anxious as the wind howled outside. Jamie's eyes, usually full of energy, seemed wary. Alyssa laughed at a spooky sound, until it repeated, louder, from a locked room. They set up static cameras, promising to investigate live. At 12:13 m, as the group unpacked equipment, the live stream briefly glitched. Hundreds of viewers screenshot the moment. In one frame, a blurred figure seemed to be standing behind Jamie. Jamie grinned at the camera.
Probably Marcus's reflection,
he joked, until Marcus appeared at the far end of the hall. As the clock struck 12:15 m, Jamie scanned the flickering chat panel on his phone screen. Emoji chains, rumors, and questions rushed past in waves. The stream had already glitched once, but the thrill was undeniable. Alyssa called out,
"Chat, any tips for surviving haunted asylums?"
A dozen answers poured in, ranging from "don't split up" to "salt lines, they totally work." Marcus, still fidgeting with EMF readings, made a face. "As long as nobody says Bloody Mary, I'm good." The group entered a corridor labeled Ward C. It was colder here, air thick with mold and memories. The camera bobbed and whirled, catching details. A child's sneaker, rusted gurney, a fading chart dated March 3, 1967. Jamie zoomed in.
Look at this, almost 60 years old.
He murmured. Alyssa, ever practical, tapped for focus.
Anyone know what happened here?
The chat lit up. Crofton's experiment room. Don't go in, wrote one user. Alleged tests. Missing nurses, another added. They pressed onward. In Ward C, viewers watched live as the team squeezed past a collapsed ceiling and shattered tiles. Suddenly, Marcus shouted,
Wait, did you hear that?
Alyssa panned. Faint music played somewhere beyond the darkness, staticky and hollow.
Old radio?
Jamie ventured. The viewers speculated. That's not in the background track. Alyssa's face lost its grin.
It's coming from room 13.
Room 13, infamous in local forums, was said to be the center of Crofton's supernatural accounts. Witnesses in the 1980s reported seeing figures in its windows. Even police logs recorded unexplained alarms from the area in 1992. Records from the Minnesota Historical Archive document several complaints about break-ins and odd sounds that were never explained. Inside, dusty beds and torn mattresses littered the floor. Marcus scanned with the EMF meter. No spike. Jamie narrated.
Official documents say this room was locked after a series of incidents. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but hospital logs here stopped mid-sentence.
Alyssa squinted, finding a jagged notebook page trapped under the bed. She read.
Patient requested silence. They kept talking from the walls.
Marcus shuddered. Suddenly, a shadow darted past a window. Jamie swung the camera around, catching... What? Nothing visible, though several viewers claimed on replay to see something moving. The chat went wild, replaying the moment. One post was chilling.
It's not a ghost. It's someone living there.
Jamie tried to lighten the mood.
We're not trespassing. Promise.
A faint metallic thud echoed down the corridor. Alyssa whispered.
Maybe we should check this stairwell?
They followed the sound. The air grew colder. Marcus fumbled with batteries. Another sign. A handprint smeared in dark, sticky residue on the wall by the stairs. Alyssa recoiled, voice shaking.
Real blood?
Jamie shook his head.
Too dark, probably paint. Let's keep moving.
Their footsteps grew hesitant, tension thickening the air. Jamie stops and addresses the camera directly.
Chat, I know you're watching. This is the moment every urban explorer hopes for. The break between fear and discovery. Is that adrenaline or something darker? If there's someone here, we'll keep you with us, whatever happens.
The chat flooded with support, memes and warnings. Marcus and Alyssa exchanged silent looks, their earlier bravado fading. They climbed toward the 4th floor, the so-called isolation ward. Local lore called it the maze, endless hallways, doors that never opened. Police reports from 1983 mention missing trespassers, and local news aired a story in 1995 about a group who entered but never returned before daylight. Jamie read aloud.
Crofton's maze. Memory plays tricks. Expect to get lost.
Alyssa joked weakly.
Lucky we have a live stream, right? At least someone will know where we end up.
At 1:07 a.m., the camera picked up a faint tapping noise. Marcus froze. Every channel on his radio scanner flickered, then died. Alyssa's phone, previously at 40%, drained to 1% in minutes, then shut off.
That can't be real,
Jamie said, nervously tapping his phone. The live stream lagged, chat messages glitching in chunks. Suddenly a viewer posted, "Look behind Jamie!" Multiple users, screen-grabbing, claimed to see a hand reaching from a doorway. Jamie spun, flashlight beam dancing. Nothing there. At least, not visibly.
It must be compression. Digital ghosts.
Marcus muttered. The team reached the isolation ward's labyrinth of corridors. Abandoned rooms loomed on either side, each door numbered, each lock broken. Alyssa stopped at room 41 and opened the door. Inside, a pile of tattered hospital beds, Clock stopped at 3:23 a.m., faded name tags, and a single, red-stained notebook on the windowsill. Jamie picked it up. The writing was jagged, hurried.
They watch and wait. If you see them run, don't look back.
Chat erupted in speculation. Was this a prank by previous intruders, or something older? Marcus, pale, whispered,
What if someone's here, right now?
Suddenly, a door at the end of the hallway slammed shut. The noise reverberated through the stream. Chat froze, hundreds of shocked emojis pouring in. Jamie rushed toward the door, camera shaking, while Marcus and Alyssa urged caution. As he pushed it open, nothing, just darkness and cold air. Alyssa triggered the emergency backup camera, live chat blinking, stream quality poor, buffering. Is this a fake out or real? The pause grew uncomfortable. Viewers held their breath. Jamie's voice, unsteady for the first time, admitted,
If anything happens, you'll see it all with us. No cuts, no tricks.
The team regrouped, voices low.
We stick together now, no splitting up.
From the next room, a chilling sound. A single, low laugh, not from any of them. Alyssa nearly dropped the camera. Marcus whispered.
There was someone else here.
Jamie, trying to keep everyone calm, said,
Remember, real time. If we find someone, you're here with us, all of you.
The haunted human tension pressed in. Was it a stunt gone wrong, or were the viewers witnessing an actual crime unfold on the edge of digital reality? The corridor swallowed up sound. Jamie's hands shook as he gripped the camera. Alyssa kept whispering, almost chanting to herself.
Not real, not real.
Marcus checked the EMF meter, which now glowed red, a warning none of them had seen before. It was 1:13 a.m. The live stream, despite lag, kept rolling. The chat's pace slowed as watchers took in every movement, every breath. Suddenly, Marcus spotted movement in a broken mirror slumped against the wall. Brief, a shape, then gone. He hissed, There, left! Jamie swung the lens. Nothing but crumbling tile and a single open hospital file stamped 1966. Alyssa found a metallic key on the floor marked Room 45. The chat urged them on. Check Room 45. Some pleaded, Get out now! Jamie, ever the host, reassured. We're together. If it's dangerous, we leave. The sound of hurried footsteps echoed. Could have been the building settling or someone running. A chill began. Not physical, but existential. At Room 45, the key fit perfectly, almost waiting for them. The door, heavy, swung open. Inside, moonlight revealed writing scrawled on every wall. Names, dates, phrases like, Who is watching and they return at night. In the corner, a battered security camera blinked red. Jamie, nerves showing, murmured,
Was someone else live here before?
Marcus's radio buzzed with static, then, briefly, a voice.
Are you alone?
Alyssa froze, knuckles white on the gimbal. Jamie answered shakily.
We're live streaming, we're not alone.
The voice did not reply. The chat exploded. Play it again! It was then, a movement outside Room 45, followed by the unmistakable sound of breathing, close and heavy. Jamie stepped into the corridor, camera pointed at the darkness. A figure appeared, barely visible by ring light, tattered hospital scrubs, face obscured by a surgical mask. Alyssa tried to speak,
Who are you?
but the figure bolted, footsteps echoing. Jamie chased, livestream shaking. Marcus called, Leave it! But Jamie pressed on. The chat hit peak numbers, 22,000 live. The figure slipped through a staff-only door, long sealed from the outside. Jamie yanked, but it wouldn't budge. Then, from the backup microphone,
You shouldn't be here.
static. Alyssa and Marcus caught up, fear now mixing with adrenaline-fueled desperation. Jamie, pulse racing, called out, Are you hurt? Do you need help? Silence descended, broken only by chat dots and blurred pixels. Suddenly, a loud crash. Jamie turned the camera. The security camera in Room 45 began whirring, footage apparently broadcasting somewhere. Marcus spliced his tablet into the camera feed. Static turned to blurry, looping images of the three of them walking the halls just minutes earlier. Alyssa gasped.
Is someone replaying us?
Is that possible?
Marcus, now sweating, replied.
Only if there's another system running. We're being watched.
Jamie, finally conceding, said,
We leave. Now.
They attempted to retrace their steps, but every corridor looked different. The maze legend, suddenly real. Chat viewers began reporting location changes. Didn't you just pass that sign? This isn't the same hallway. Scrolls of timestamps and time zone conversions flooded the chat. A moderator posted, "Stay calm, help is on the way." Jamie, voice low, admitted, "We're lost." Marcus's phone flickered, then displayed a text. "You left something here." Alyssa's battery, dead for half an hour, buzzed once and showed only a silhouette standing in the doorway. She dropped the phone. It cracked open, battery smoking. The three gathered in the main lobby, anxious, exhausted, haunted far more than expected. The knife edge of stunt versus survival became clearer. They all looked at the screen together, pleading to chat. "Can you see a way out?" Just then, sirens wailed outside. The stream caught flashlight beams as local police and a private security firm entered. "Jamie Lynn? Alyssa Tran? Marcus Dubois?" called an officer. The group rushed out, blinking under halogen beams, eyes watery from shock. Police, tipped off by frantic viewers and time-stamped calls, demanded to know if anyone else was inside. Jamie, voice hoarse, replied, "There's a man, in scrubs. He ran." Security swept the property. No sign of anyone, and the only prints were Jamie's group. In a final twist, the officers checked the old security tapes. Nothing but blank footage. No second stream, no masked figure. Just three explorers, lost in their own digital reflection. The chat, reunited, was split. Had they witnessed a crime, an abandoned residence startled by cameras, or the powerful fear of urban myth made real? In the aftermath, police concluded there was no evidence of criminal activity, citing only trespassing and disturbance. But the group's footage, reviewed frame by thousands, showed details, shadows, ambiguous faces, whispers on audio, never explained. The live stream ended with Jamie, voice trembling, declaring,
The strange and dark are out there, sometimes stranger for being just human.
In the days following the infamous Crofton Hill Asylum livestream, the internet buzzed with theories. Clips were dissected, audio enhanced, frames slowed to a crawl. Some viewers insisted that a crime had played out before their eyes. A hidden victim, a sinister intruder manipulating the streaming group, a masked man protecting some unspeakable secret. Others saw only the unpredictable edge between real danger and collective fear. A digital campfire tale pushed to viral extremes. Jamie, Alyssa, and Marcus each tried to process what they'd endured. Jamie posted a raw video from his apartment. No music, just his voice. "I thought I was telling a scary story. Instead, I became part of one." Alyssa, once the skeptic, started a series questioning the ethics of live-streamed exploration. At what point does chasing clicks become risking real trauma? Marcus gave interviews about the technical side. His phone's data logs showed inexplicable power drains and a phantom device, connecting just before the final chase. Local police officially closed the case after a week, citing lack of evidence of a crime, though they registered all three as witnesses in a disturbance. Crofton Hill's owners placed new boards over the doors, warning would-be explorers. Internet sleuths, however, continued analyzing every moment. FOIA records, court filings from historic abuse cases, and archived panic calls from the property fueled Reddit threads for months. The lasting impact went far beyond the trio. Streamers worldwide questioned their own boundaries. Was their entertainment putting them and viewers at risk? Did the live stream audience have a duty if they believed a crime was unfolding? In a world where horror can be crowdsourced and broadcast in real time, what responsibility do creators, and viewers bare. Viewers debated in comment threads and on podcasts. Was the masked man merely a homeless squatter, startled and running? Could it have been a viral marketing stunt gone too far? What happens when thousands witness something possibly illegal, but no authorities can confirm? Jamie's final message was a challenge rather than an answer. When you stare into the dark, especially together, sometimes the darkness stares back, and it might just be human. What would you do if you saw a crime not in your street, but on your screen? Don't forget to subscribe to Real Mystery Reports for more strange, dark, and profoundly human stories. New true mysteries every day.